favorite hair and skin oils. If you haven't checked that out already, just click right here. I will post it up. I wanted to get that video filmed before I did this DIY because it just sort of makes sense so that I could talk about certain different oils and then you can transition it into this video. So that's why I'm wearing the exact same thing because it just didn't seem like I needed to change and I figured you guys wouldn't mind. But anyway, so this is a DIY on how to make your own conditioning spray. And I make my own conditioning spray for my hair because when I wear my hair curly, a lot of times I have to reconstitute those curls every single morning. And so I like to do that with something that is conditioning and something that's going to be really hydrating and something that's going to be really good for my hair. So I make my own little concoction of a conditioning spray. And this conditioning spray is great for, you can use it as a detangler or just as a conditioner. You can spray it on just your ends. You can spray it on your whole head. It really is going to depend on what you are looking for. And you can adjust the measurements accordingly so that it would fit with what you want it to do. Again, let me just say that there's a party out there. They're watching the Miami Heat game. So if you hear loudness, that's the reason why. But okay, so a few things you're gonna need for this DIY. First thing you're gonna need is water. And I use this frequently enough, to be honest with you, that I can use tap water because I just use tap water and it's fine. But if you're not gonna use it that frequently, you want it to sit on your shelf for a little bit or what have you. You can use distilled water or bottled water. I'm gonna use bottled water for the sake of this tutorial because I don't have like a sink in this room. Secondly, you're going to need an empty spray bottle. This is just an old spray bottle that I am repurposing. I like to recycle them and make, DIY things with old spray bottles, something that, that you can pump out. You can get one of those other ones like from Sally's that is actually meant to be like a hair spray bottle, but I find that this works a little bit better because it doesn't dispense as much when I spray. Make sense? Then you're going to need your favorite conditioner. I suggest using something without silicones because silicone can give you a false sense of hydration in your hair. Silicone actually coats the hair shaft, and so if there are any conditioning agents that are outside of the silicone, those conditioning agents are not able to penetrate the inside of your hair. So I like to go with something that is silicone free. This is a great conditioner because it's a light conditioner, but it's also super duper hydrating because it has different types of oils in it. It has gugo bark extract, vitamin B5, it has vitamin E, it has coconut oil in it. So this is a really, really great conditioner that I like to use. This is by Human Nature. It's 100% strengthening conditioner. It's lightweight. It's too light for me to use in the shower, so I had to find another reason to use it. So this is a great reason to use those conditioners that you really, really didn't like. They weren't super duper hydrating in the shower, but you can actually use them for DIY treatments, and this is one of them. Again, watch out for the silicones. Some people are more sensitive to silicones than others. I don't like to use a ton of them, so I like to get something that doesn't have silicones, and this one is it. And then you want some sort of hair oil. This is jojoba oil, this is avocado oil. I have coconut oil here. If you're using coconut oil because it's solid at room temperature, you're gonna need to melt it down because it's solid. You can use, what do I have? I have sweet almond oil, I have castor oil. Again, I just did a video on hair oil, so if you haven't seen it, then just click right here so that you can see the different kinds of oils and what they're good for, so you can get an idea of what type of oil you're gonna wanna use. For my particular taste, I like to use almond oil. It's not quite as thick as something like castor oil. I don't have to melt it down as I have to do with coconut oil, and it works really, really well. It has a lot of fatty acids, has a lot of vitamins. It really helps you plump up the hair and help the hair, there's that fly, and help the hair with any damage or dryness. So I like to use avocado oil. And then as a humectant, this is an added humectant, something else that you can add in for moisturization, this is totally optional though, is glycerin. I like to get vegetable glycerin. I get this online or from Whole Foods, or you can just get regular glycerin from like CVS. I think it's in the, what section is this? Depending on your CVS or Walgreens, it can be where the medicines are, it can be where the beauty products are. So just ask somebody for 100% glycerin and they can be able to help you. I usually will use 2 or 3 drops of glycerin because it's a humectant, and what that means is it's going to pull moisture out from the air and add it and like draw it into your hair to keep it moisturized. So again, totally optional, not mandatory for this DIY, but I do like to add a couple drops. Okay, so let's get started. Sorry, I thought I was recording, but I wasn't. So I just took my empty bottle, and now this is the conditioner that I'm using. And I am just adding in, I don't know, it really depends on what you like. I like to add in a good, like 2 tablespoons or so. And you can adjust that according to your preference, but as you can see, so that's about as much as I'm gonna put in there. And again, you can adjust this according to your preference, according to how fine your hair is, how thick your hair is, and all that good stuff. So I've added in my conditioner. Secondly, I'm gonna go in with the oil of my choosing, and I'm choosing avocado oil. And I will probably do like 2 squirts, because I like oils, so I did like 2 squirts. That's probably about, if you can see that, that's probably about a teaspoon of oil. And then lastly, I'm just gonna add a couple drops of vegetable glycerin into this. And then I'm gonna fill the rest up with this water. Now, when I filled it up with water, I don't know if you can see that. When I filled it up with water, I did leave a little bit of leeway up at the top because I'm gonna need to shake all of this together. And this particular conditioner that I'm using requires a vigorous shaking, so you wanna shake it all up. Just saying that my card is full and I don't have a lot of time. Okay, so what you wanna do is you wanna shake it all up so that all of the things, so that all of the ingredients are all mixed really, really well. And every time you use it, you're actually going to want to shake it because sometimes the oil can separate from the other ingredients, etc., etc. So that's it. So after I have created it, so I'll just show you sort of what I do with it. So how I use it is I shake it like this, and then I will usually just spray it. And I like to spray it on the ends of my hair, and then just work it in with my hands, and it smells really good because of the conditioner, and it's super duper hydrating because of the conditioner. So yeah, I hope that was, beneficial for anybody who might want to try to make their own conditioning spray instead of buying it store-bought. This way you can control the portions. Sometimes you like it to be a little bit heavier on oil or a little bit heavier on conditioner, depending on your hair type. If you have thin hair, then obviously you don't want to put as